I told my partner not to come home tonight. So I'm a teacher, high school English. I grade papers until my eyes blur, spend my days breaking up fights, and trying to convince teenagers that commas matter. And I bring work home almost every night. I love my job, but it drains everything out of me. By the time Friday rolls around, I'm running on fumes. My paycheck covers most of our expenses: rent, utilities, groceries, insurance. Not all of it, but definitely the majority. My partner is 27. He's been between jobs for almost a year. Not unemployed, technically. He freelances. Or at least that's what he calls it. In reality, he takes maybe one short contract every couple of months and spends the rest of his time at the gym, scrolling on his phone, or hanging out with his roommate from college who also doesn't really work. We've been living together for 2 years, and lately it feels like I'm the only adult in the apartment. For weeks, I'd been asking for one thing. Just one weekend where we actually spent time together. No friends dropping by. No last-minute plans, just us. He kept saying, yeah, we'll do something soon. This weekend was finally supposed to be it. I planned everything. Made reservations at a small restaurant he likes. Booked tickets to a local art exhibit I knew he'd enjoy. I was genuinely excited, which doesn't happen often anymore. Friday night, I went to bed smiling. I woke up Saturday morning to an empty apartment. No text, no note. I checked my phone. Nothing. I called him. He answered on the third ring, sounding distracted. He was at the gym with his friend. Said they'd lost track of time and decided to grab coffee afterward. He told me not to worry, we still had the whole day. He got home around noon. I asked when we were leaving for lunch. He said the restaurant felt too formal now and suggested we just order something later. Then he sat down and turned on a game. I reminded him about the exhibit. He said it sounded crowded and maybe we could do it another time. Then his friend texted. Suddenly there was an errand. Then another stop. He said he'd be quick. He wasn't. Around 4 p.m., I realized I hadn't eaten all day. I went out to grab groceries because we were out of almost everything. Halfway home, it started pouring. Not a light rain, full-on soaking rain. By the time I reached our building, my clothes were drenched, my bag was tearing, and I just wanted to get inside. That's when I realized I didn't have my keys. I called him. He said he was nearby and would swing by. I waited in the stairwell because I didn't want to sit outside in the rain. 10 minutes passed, then 20, then 30. I called again. He said he was still with his friend, but would leave in a sec. I could hear laughing in the background. After nearly an hour, he showed up. Didn't apologize. Didn't ask if I was okay. Just unlocked the door, handed me my keys, and said he had to head back out because his friend needed help with something. I took a shower, changed clothes, and sat on the edge of the bed feeling completely numb. I kept thinking about how hard I work all week, how much effort I put into keeping our life running, and how invisible it all feels. At 9 p.m., I texted him asking when he'd be home. His friend replied from his phone, saying they were out of town and probably crashing there. That was it for me. I texted back and told him not to bother coming home tonight, that I needed space and didn't want to see him. I locked the bedroom door and turned off my phone. Now it's late. I'm lying here replaying the day over and over, realizing this wasn't about one ruined weekend. This was about months of being second place. Months of carrying more than my share. Months of being told later, while watching him give his best energy to everyone else. I know he's going to be mad. I know his friend will say I'm dramatic or controlling. I don't care tonight. I just know I couldn't pretend everything was fine anymore. He can sleep somewhere else. Tomorrow we'll have a conversation, or maybe we won't. Either way, tonight I needed peace.